All right, let's dive into this Myron Golden video, the poverty programming trap. I got to say, this one really got me thinking about how, our beliefs about money can seriously hold us back. I
Hmm.
mean, it's kind of wild to think, right? Like these societal forces, they can actually like shape our subconscious and really limit our potential to achieve financial success.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. Golden's point is uh, these limitations are often working on us, like way below the level of our conscious awareness. He uses this great analogy, comparing the mind to a computer. He says a lot of us, we're operating on this failure operating system, basically. Like it's been installed by society without us even realizing it.
Right, right, yeah. That analogy really kind of clicks for me, because it like it makes it clear how deeply ingrained those beliefs can be. Makes me wonder actually what other programs I might be running without even knowing it. And Golden does point to some pretty powerful sources for these programs, right?
Oh, absolutely. He talks about everything, really, from family dynamics and the education system
Mm.
to media we consume
Yeah.
and even government policies. All these influences can shape not just our beliefs about money, but also kind of reinforce those bigger social narratives, about wealth and success and all that.
Yeah, for sure. It's like we inherit this whole set of assumptions about money
Yeah.
without ever really stopping to think where they came from or if they're even, actually true. And I don't know about you, but for me, Golden's analysis of superhero movies really brought this home.
Ah, yeah, that's a great example because it's something a lot of people can relate to, right? We grow up watching these stories where wealth is often tied to villainy. You think about like Lex Luthor or the Green Goblin. These narratives, even if we don't realize it, can subtly shape our whole understanding of wealth.
Yeah, it's funny. I never thought I'd be getting financial advice from superhero movies, but Golden's point makes you realize, right, how these seemingly harmless forms of entertainment can actually reinforce some pretty deep societal messages. Do you think that's I don't know, is that a common experience?
Definitely, from a cognitive psychology perspective, it makes total sense. It fits with, the concept of schemas, these mental frameworks we use to make sense of the world around us. So if your schema around money is built on, uh, you know, scarcity or negative associations, well, that's going to color how you see and how you interact with opportunities for wealth.
So, okay, that makes sense. But then, how do we even start to break free? If these beliefs are so deeply ingrained. I mean, Golden talks about uninstalling these programs, but that seems kind of abstract, you know?
Well, the first step is always awareness. It's about noticing those moments when those programs are running, the thoughts and feelings that are limiting your potential. Once you're aware of them, well, then you can start to challenge them.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So instead of just accepting those thoughts, as the truth, we can start to question them. But how do we actually go about changing those beliefs, especially if they're so deep seated?
Well, it's a process, definitely. It often involves taking a good look at the sources of those beliefs.
Mm.
Golden really emphasizes the importance of surrounding yourself
Yeah.
with people who have a healthy relationship with money, and seeking out resources that promote financial literacy and personal growth.
So it's about
Yeah.
being intentional, right? About the information we consume and the company we keep. And it seems like Golden's framework, the four levels of value creation, that
Yeah.
seems like a useful tool
Yeah.
for shifting our mindset and our actions.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he argues that most people are kind of stuck at the lower levels,
Yeah.
focused on trading time for money
Mm.
and never really tapping into those higher levels
Mm.
where true wealth is generated. And often it's those limited beliefs that are keeping us trapped there at those lower levels. And that's where those two higher levels come in, right? Communication and imagination. Those represent a real shift,
Uh-huh.
from just trading time for money
Well,
to creating value that generates wealth beyond just our direct efforts.
right. Yeah. It seems like those two levels are where creativity and innovation really come in. And Golden even says that most education systems, they don't really prepare us with the skills we need to thrive at those levels. He specifically calls out the lack of focus on selling, which he thinks is actually crucial for success in any field, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting point. A lot of folks they view selling with this negative connotation, but Golden kind of reframes it,
Oh.
as this art of communication, and persuasion. And those are essential skills, really, if you want to share your ideas
Yeah.
and create value in the world.
Yeah, that's true. So it's not about being, pushy or manipulative. It's more about connecting with people, building relationships, and ultimately, contributing your talents, your solutions to a wider audience.
Exactly. It's about communicating the value you offer
Hmm.
and inspiring others to see the potential
Yeah.
in what you create. And that applies whether you're, an entrepreneur launching a business
Uh-huh.
or an artist sharing their work or even just someone advocating for an idea at work.
It's funny, Golden's point about selling not being emphasized in education. It makes me think about other programs we might be running. Other societal messages that could be holding us back without us even realizing it.
Yeah, that's a great question. Golden's example of the superhero movies,
Yeah.
right? That highlights one big one, this idea that wealth is somehow inherently evil or corrupt. That narrative, it can subtly reinforce the belief that, that financial success comes at the expense of others, or that wealthy people are somehow less ethical.
It's kind of crazy to think about, huh? How this subconscious messages can actually shape our whole attitude towards money and success. Like if you believe that wealth is inherently bad, or that striving for financial abundance is selfish. Well, I mean that's going to impact your choices, right? Your actions.
Absolutely. Those limiting beliefs, they can become self-fulfilling prophecies, preventing you from pursuing opportunities or taking risks that could lead to
To greater financial freedom.
and the ability to make a positive impact. Right. Yeah. Golden talks about how that failure operating system
Yeah.
can keep us stuck in that cycle of trading time for money. But he also says we have the power to change our thinking and create a new reality for ourselves. Any thoughts on how we can actually start to make that shift? One of the most powerful tools is mindfulness. That ability to become aware of your thoughts and beliefs without judgment, just by noticing those limiting programs as they come up. You create space to choose a different response.
So it's about cultivating that awareness and then consciously choosing to challenge those negative thoughts and replacing them with more empowering beliefs. Golden emphasizes surrounding yourself with positive influences. But what are some other practical steps we can take?
Seeking out resources that challenge those limited narratives is huge, whether it's books or podcasts or mentors. Exposing yourself to different perspectives on wealth and success can help you reframe your thinking.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's about actively seeking out information that supports your growth and challenges those old programs. Something else that struck me was Golden's emphasis on the spiritual dimension of wealth. He even says wealth is a spiritual result. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's a perspective that it invites us to consider the deeper meaning and purpose behind our pursuit of financial abundance. For Golden, wealth isn't just about accumulating stuff. It's about aligning your actions with your values and creating a life that reflects your authentic self.
So it's about having the freedom and resources to pursue your passions, contribute to causes you care about, and make a positive impact on the world. It's about aligning your financial goals with a sense of purpose and fulfillment.
Exactly. And when you view wealth through that lens, it becomes less about personal gain and more about creating a positive ripple effect that benefits yourself and others. It's about recognizing that your financial well-being is intertwined with the well-being of your community and the planet.
Yeah, that's a beautiful way to think about it, and it seems to tie back to Golden's point about communication and value creation. When we focus on contributing our talents and creating something of value, we naturally attract abundance into our lives. It's like Golden's really challenging us here to kind of redefine our whole relationship with wealth, right?
Yeah.
Instead of seeing it as something to be, feared or demonized, we can view it as a tool for positive change and a reflection of our ability to create value in the world.
For sure. And it's a powerful shift, one that can be incredibly liberating when we let go of those limiting beliefs about wealth. We open ourselves up to a whole world of possibilities, both for ourselves and for the impact we can have on others.
Yeah, I mean, it really seems to resonate with that
Yeah.
with that entrepreneurial spirit, right? This idea that we all have unique talents
Yeah.
and the potential to create something meaningful, something that benefits not just ourselves, but the world around us.
Exactly. And it challenges us to reconsider those societal messages, the ones that might have kind of discouraged us from pursuing our full potential. It's like he's encouraging us to rewrite the script on what's possible and embrace a more empowering narrative about wealth and success.
It's interesting to think about how our beliefs about wealth can kind of ripple outward, right? Like if we believe that financial abundance is inherently good,
Right.
and that success can be a force for positive change, well, that's going to influence how we interact with others, how we spend our money, even how we vote.
Absolutely. Our beliefs shape our actions. And when we embrace a more expansive view of wealth, it can lead to more generous and impactful choices in all areas of our lives.
Yeah, this deep dive into Golden's work has it's really got me thinking about the programs I might be running, the ones that are holding me back, And it's inspiring to think that we actually have the power to challenge those beliefs and create a new reality for ourselves.
That's the key takeaway here for
Yeah.
sure. We're not just products of our environment or our past conditioning. We have the capacity for awareness, for growth, for transformation by questioning our assumptions, seeking out new perspectives, and consciously choosing our beliefs. We can create a life of abundance, both financially and in all the other areas that matter to us.
So as we wrap up here, what final thoughts would you leave our listener with as they continue to explore this whole idea of poverty programming?
I'd encourage them to approach this journey with curiosity and compassion. Be gentle with yourself as you uncover those limiting beliefs, and remember that change takes time. It takes effort. Surround yourself with supportive people and resources, and most importantly, trust in your own ability to create a life that aligns with
Bird
your
values.
and
Sure.
your vision for the future. The potential for transformation is it's truly limitless.
Well, thank you for guiding us through this deep dive. It's been a thought-provoking exploration for sure of how our beliefs can shape our reality and the power we all have to rewrite those narratives and create a life of greater abundance and purpose. I mean,